Oh, oh, that's depressing. Oh God. Oh, that's depressing. I mean, I don't know. Is it really depressing? Maybe not. Oh. Someone posted a screenshot. I wonder how The Escapist is doing now that Second Wind exists, with a screenshot of The Escapist channel on YouTube. And it's just gambling slop videos. It's just like the absolute worst of the worst. it's just become like the absolute bottom of the barrel trash kind of channels. Like essentially like ran by AI. Oof. Oof. That's bad. That's so much worse than I could have guessed. It's bad. God. It's really bad. If hang on, here's the post. It's so much worse than I could have ever guessed. Holy shit.
Malison, the Cursed City is a fantasy survival horror RPG published by Devolver Digital, currently in development, in which you investigate a sinister city filled with hundreds of grotesque monsters, demons, and weirdos. It focuses on exploration and atmosphere. Its main influences are both classic Western RPGs like Baldur's Gate, Japanese RPGs like Final Fantasy, as well as survival horror games such as the Resident Evil and Silent Hill series. As you sneak through the city, you encounter all sorts of strange characters, many of which you can speak to, trade with, recruit to your cause, steal from,
It's a
or
long
even
story,
attack
folks.
If you so choose.
It's a
You
long
can approach
story.
this game in a million
If
ways.
you don't know what The
It's up to
Escapist
you how
is, never
you
mind.
plan to survive. Your actions may lead to wealth, disaster, betrayal, or may even lead to uncovering some of the city's darkest secrets and the game's many hidden endings. The main character is no powerful hero. You awaken in the city transformed into a weak, frail goblin and may need to rely on desperate measures for your survival. You will likely need help from other survivors you meet, and it is up to you to decide who you trust and recruit to your cause.
Let's just say that site
Combat is in a
That
classic
site has a
turn-based
history.
style with a focus on managing
A
scarce
whole lot of
resources
shit
and
happened to
building
that site.
unique strategies by recruiting all sorts of different party
A
members,
whole
equipping
lot
them,
of stuff
and teaching
happened to
them
that
new
site.
skills. Monsters move closer to you during combat, increasing the threat and tension as they begin using their
It's
more
been through
devastating
some
attacks.
shit.
You do not want them too close. I stream development work of Malison Tuesday to Friday at 7 p.m. EST on Twitch. I also have new development update streams on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. EST. There is also a Discord you can join for the game. Check below.
No, it's time to stretch. All right, well, the timing for that first too early stretch alarm is, that's good. That's good timing. That's good timing because the ad is actually starting now. Well, it's actually underway. Yeah. All right. So for context, folks, I was talking about earlier. I was talking about a tweet I just saw on Twitter that showed a screenshot of what the YouTube channel of The Escapist looks like right now. And it's really bad. They used to be like a huge, content, like sort of gaming, like gamer website, like this really big thing. Had a lot of stuff coming out like every week. And now it's like a gambling slops channel. And that's pretty rough. Look at what it looks like now. Look at what it looks like now. Just the worst shit. Yep. That's really bad. Like, okay, so there's a little bit of a history. If some of you might not know about The Escapist anymore because it hasn't really been relevant for a while. It's just, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like looking at like a child actor, what a child actor is doing now, and like they have a horrible, and they just look like a destroyed man, It's kind of that vibe. But yeah, The Escapist, used to be a pretty big sort of, gaming culture website, I guess. Yeah, for a while, this is where Zero Punctuation started. Well, technically it didn't start there, but it very quickly found its home there. Okay, so The Escapist, all right. So basically The Escapist started out as just a general, I think at first it was a print or like an online print thing, right? Like they actually had like a printed version. And so it was just like a game journalism kind of site. But then there was the fucking Facebook fraud. There was this time. Some of you who, the old heads in the audience, right, remember this like 5-year time period where everyone was making videos, like video content was huge for a little while, like well-crafted video content. Every website put out like huge video content. Like every website basically needed to make a new like video content wing. This is where like College Humor really took off. this is where, all of these sites, like there was a time where like every day there was high quality, like well produced, like video content being put out on YouTube and everywhere. And this is because it's kind of a funny thing. It's sort of a sideline there. This is because for a while Facebook was basically committing fraud, where Facebook was lying about the numbers, because Facebook had just launched a video sharing side. Like you could start sharing videos on Facebook, and you could get ad revenue from the views on your like Facebook videos, right? And when they did that, for a while they were lying about the views on the videos. They were basically amplifying the views to make it seem like YouTube, basically people made way more money from YouTube, from Facebook videos than they should. They basically lied to the advertisers about how many views each videos were having. And because of that, like it was by such a big amount that it made, it was such a big amount. Like the fraud was so was so big, was so serious, that it actually made it appear like making videos for like advertising revenue was like a real, that was like a real way to make money. All of a sudden, like it basically, like everyone that was making videos just for YouTube, suddenly they had a second YouTube show up, basically. Right? They could make they could basically make double the money that they thought they could make before, because now they would just release anything they put out on YouTube, also on Facebook, and just double their money, because apparently Facebook is suddenly just as good as YouTube for views. And, so this is where suddenly a bunch of, this is why suddenly a bunch of websites started making a lot of video content. And this is when The Escapist really blew up. The Escapist had like 10 huge video series at once. Like they had like these produced series, all sorts of them. Like they were doing a lot of stuff. And so this is also when Zero Punctuation was already going on at the time. But that's like something that made like The Escapist really, really blow up. And so, it was a really big website for a while. And then later, Facebook stopped the fraud after like 5 years or so. I forget how long it took. How long it lasted, the whole like video fraud thing. But yeah, after a while, Facebook stopped, and suddenly making videos was not profitable anymore. And so basically everyone lost their jobs. Like an entire industry was born and then died, and it was essentially just kept alive by Facebook fraud. So that was kind of wild. And then later a lot of stuff happened. And later the Gamergate happened, and The Escapist shifted to being pro Gamergate. And that was all sorts of weird shit. Like the fucking, like one of the personal friends of like some of the people that ended up being part of the Trump administration and shit, were actually became the owners of The Escapists. So there was like this weird shift to the right, and they became like, it was like a whole thing. And then later they died. The site just died completely. And then it came back, and they tried to rehire everyone that was fired, and they tried to basically sweep their shift to the right under the rug. But then they started exploiting all of their new workers, and then they got angry and they left the site and started a new site called Second Wind, which, and now The Escapist is a shell of what it used to be, and is now a gambling slop channel, which is what I just learned today. This is why I just went on this little rant about it. What a history. what a history. This is the history of the escapist. A very bumpy road. Yeah, this is what prompted this little trip down memory lane there. This screenshot of what the escapist channel looks like now. Just oof. 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 But yep. So it's a side that basically died 3 times. It's a side that died 3 times, basically. Died 3 separate deaths. Yep. Yeah, you posted it before here, I think. Your the screenshots, Jin. Yep. That's how channels like that happen. That's how channels like that happen. All right. Time to test out God Mutt. I'm gonna start a new game. I'm gonna build a character using cheats, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna use cheats to build a character quickly. I'm gonna try to make it a really powerful character, but not necessarily one that you couldn't normally make. And see if I can get even close to killing Mutt with all items. Now, I'm not as good at this game. I'm not as good at this game as, like, the people who've been playing it, you know. Like, the real pros at this game are way better at it than I am, even though I literally made it. Because at this point, they actually played the game way more than I did, right? You know, like knowing all the little details about a game isn't exactly the same as being good at it, it turns out. So I feel like if I can get close to beating it. Yeah, I just want to see, you know, I just want to get a vibe, a general vibe for how close I can get to defeating that. All right. Okay. So, what kind of party should I make? Yeah, I'm gonna go for now. I can't really build Joel because I don't have like a cheat to give Joel a super high max HP, so I can't do that. So there's a few things I can't do like that. I couldn't really get all of the cool stuff that yeah. So I need to go for characters that can be strong without necessarily having to literally go through the game. Like Audrey, I can't actually get Audrey's special equipment easily here. I'm gonna go for Ernest. Okay. I'm gonna go for let's see. Yeah, I can go for Papineau. and Helen. Sure. Roaches maybe. But I won't be able to get roaches like doubled. Oh wait, do I not? Oh, looks like I didn't add roaches to the add everyone line here. But this should work. Yeah, this works. Yeah, the add everyone thing just forgets roaches. Okay. Let's get everyone to max level. $20, $20, $20. Everyone's level 20. There we go. Now let's get some gear too. Okay, let's get some good gear. Oh, did I put the... I did put the coat of arms there. Nice. Mackinac jacket, Pepino should already have that. Patchwork jacket. Studded jacket. I could get the indigo hockey mask. And I could get I'm not gonna get any of Mutt's items because you wouldn't be able to have those if you fight Mutt with all the items. Army helmet would work though. Some boots. Vintage sneakers. I forget if I put the cowboy boots anywhere in the game. Some jewelry. Let's see. Oh, there's 2 lapis bands. Huh, weird. Other... Oh, I think I didn't put in, Yeah, I think I actually didn't put in accessories, did I? The spear isn't in the game either. Yeah, there's not a lot of piercing weapons. Yeah, there's a few things missing there. Oh, you can get it from the Spore Guardian? That's good. There's a few missing guns here too. There isn't the custom Magnum. Yeah, there's a few missing things here. It's a gun of shadows. Oh, I forgot to put in the the healing spray. Whoops. Brick is not really available in the game either, huh? Also, I forgot to put in the explosives and stuff in there too. There's a few missing items in this. I forget what the recipe is for the healing spray. Yeah, there's a lot of items missing in there. Also, I don't have let's see. What should I play? Yeah, I should get I should get Mad Wheels. Yeah, let's play Mad Wheels. What else should I get? What else should I get for Sam? Yeah, Screamer might be good. Yeah, I could probably rebalance some of the other abilities. I could probably rebalance some of the game abilities a bit. Make some of them a little stronger. Okay, let's play Screamatorium. Oh, but yeah, I've been thinking about doing maybe this weekend, um, doing a little boss analysis stream. Might be fun. Little RPG design research, where I would go over a game's bosses and sort of suss out their design a bit. I've been doing, this is just something I do sometimes. I've done it for a few games. I have like this big list of notes for various games, and this is just a good place to a good place to look through to just get ideas for new boss battles. So this sort of thing is fun. Okay, so I don't have Screamer yet. Yeah, that might be fun. And I realized that I have not actually done that for Final Fantasy VI yet, even though, you know, it's one of my favorites. But that's kind of why. You know, it's probably kind of why I didn't. Oh, I got the wrong one. But yeah, you know, I'm so familiar with it that I guess I didn't feel like it was. I felt it was a little redundant to. You know, I kind of know all the bosses already, but it would still be sort of fun to go through it. It is going to be a playthrough full of. I mean, it's not going to be a playthrough. It's just going to be. I'm just going to be going through every boss battle and looking at like footage of people playing them on YouTube and like Wikipedia entries and stuff, and then I'll just kind of write and I write like a little blurb about each boss, to basically write like, okay, what is this boss's gimmick? What is like the strategy to defeat this boss? And this sort of thing, I think, is really good to give you inspiration for building combat encounters. Okay, so I got Screamer and Nitro Boost. What else could I get that would be useful for fighting Mutt? Oh, and thanks for the gifted sub. Combat Medic. Painful Stab, maybe. Yes, God Mutt is resistant to DOT. But not that resistant. Combat Medic? Okay, we can do Myrmidon. Numbness might be good. The boss does give a lot of status effects. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some more Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Playing all these games gives me a bunch of status effects. Uh-oh. Whoops. Yeah, I knew the risks. Is it too late to sleep? Yeah, I think it's too late to sleep. Well. Change the time of day. It's no longer too late to sleep. There we go. Let's prepare some food. Maybe I'll also stop being lonely too. There we go. Okay, let's equip some stuff, and then let's save in advance time. Because I do need to go to day 14 to fight. So what day are we now? 12 days left, so I need to skip forward 11 times. Okay. So just 2 more. There we go. Final day. Let's equip some stuff now. Okay. Let's go with rapier and the magnum and indigo hockey mask. Coat of arms. Vintage sneakers. Champion's belt. Is the gold bracelet anywhere? Did I actually put that one anywhere? I forget. It's not anywhere. Whoops. I thought it was in a treasure chest that one's place, but let's see. What kind of status effects? Let's do that. Carnelian ring. I think that's used somewhere. Now you are gonna get a sewage blade. Actually, you're gonna go with the double barrel. Yeah, you're gonna have the double barrel. Motorcycle helmet. Patchwork jacket. Army boots. You're gonna get the claymore. Army helmet. There is poison, I think. Furnace edge. SMG. Okay. So this here isn't like a super broken team. It's just like an end game tier team, right? Like this is a team that can go take on the final bosses, but it's not like something super broken, right? So this is going to give me an idea of like... This is going to give me an idea for like what it looks like to just step to that boss at maximum strength when you're at the end game with like a reasonable amount of gear without necessarily, you know, without necessarily being like having like a really busted, you know, really busted setup. I think that'll be useful. I think that'll be useful to get that measure. The only really strong thing I have, really, like the only thing that's a little outside the ordinary in this stuff, like I don't have any of like the really seriously strong stuff. Like I don't know, I have the furnace blade, but I don't have like the comatose sword. I don't have, you know, there's a lot of ways to get stronger than this. But I think this is gonna be a good measure of how nasty this boss is here, to see what it's like to actually attack it when you're in this state. So yeah, just making sure that, yeah, it's got all the items. Okay, so against all items, a regular, like not a broken build, just sort of an end game build, like a reasonable end game build with nothing particularly broken going on. Let's see. Let's just see what that's like. Let's just see what that's like. I don't even have one of the syringes, right? Like the 2 syringe items would probably be pretty good here. I don't have like I don't have explosives. Explosives would actually be really good for this. So yeah, getting some explosives and stuff would probably really help. Like super explosives, the super fire bombs would probably do a lot of good work here. I have like some attack items, but it's nothing crazy. So yeah, let's see. Let's just see what this is like. Attack. Okay, let's just attack. Yeah. So, should I just go for Mutt's head? Yeah, let's see what it's like right now if I just try to go for Mutt's head and nothing else. And let's do Nitro Boost. And you're going to do... if I want to go for... One thing I could do, actually... one thing I'm thinking of doing is that before the fight begins, when you're still talking, it could still use the art that Landshark did. And then it switches to this one after the fade back in. Because it's like you can imagine like his body just uncurling to grab the weapons, and this is why like he changes poses. I think that's probably what I'll do. So I'll probably keep the the old art for before he attacks, but before you actually fight. I think that would make sense. Yeah. Okay, so Strong of yeah, let's go for Song of Strength here. Or maybe Double Time. Yeah, let's go for Song of Strength. Let's go for Cleave. And let's go for... Roach Wave. Okay, Wide Arc, attacking everything. Missed one, Song of Strength. Massive Roach Ball. Everyone's roached up a bit. At first, they're only attacking with regular attacks. Okay. So far, so good. Let's go. Let's do rapid thrusts, and let's do Screamer. And you do feedback. And you another cleave. And you do another roach wave. Okay. More roaches. Creamer. Killed one before he actually could. Okay, so that's... So the 2 turns before he changes is actually a long time for this. I could actually kill one before he does this. There you go. This is when the fight actually begins. But I was actually able... Oh, shit. I was actually able to kill one of the parts before it starts properly. Which I do like. I think that's kind of fun if you can do that. Like, giving the player just a little time to, like, concentrate attacks on one, I think makes sense. I think that's kind of fun. So I appreciate that it didn't crash. Feedback again. Cleave again. I might kill another one soon. The bonk. Oh, the bonk should not do that. The bonk using the black hole attack, but it's just a little bonk. Oh, I actually thought I made the trophy immune to bleeding. I guess I didn't. Lockout. Okay, yeah, I think this is actually a little too easy. I didn't expect that. Like, again, this is not a broken party I have. I just have an end game tier party here. This is not actually a broken party here. A broken party, like, if I can easily sort of beat it without any of the busted final, you know, end game items, like, that is definitely way too easy. Okay, crossbow bolt does 200 damage. Yeah, that's some real shit. Okay, maybe the thing too is that having 2 whole turns before he takes the items is too much. But now I get most people die here because I haven't been healing. Of course, Sam has the mask, so he does survive that. Oh, Roach has survived, actually. But then there's still more attacks coming. Sam just got paralyzed and burned. Oh, Roach has got revived by the Roach Swarm, actually. Okay. Cleave. Let's just see if you can actually kill anything. Again, now, normally, if this was a real game, I would have had a, you know, like a healing spray here. To take care of this. Let's revive... Let's heal Pepino with this. Oh, Sam's dead. Kill the trophy. So that removes the black hole, at least. But everyone's dead. Let's just see if you can finish it somehow before you die here. Probably not. But who knows? Maybe some of these parts are close to death. Nope. Still alive, not for long. Okay, so I couldn't actually beat it, but I feel like I might have actually been close. It's okay. I think I had just done a lot of extra damage to that one part. That's why it died so quickly. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking... Okay, a few changes here, I'm thinking. A few changes, I'm thinking. Also, I'm gonna need to bring some items that are missing to the cheat thing, because right now, like, there's a lot of really good items. There's a lot of really good items I could have had in this that I didn't have. Okay, so I'm gonna make the change happen at the end of turn 1 instead of at the end of turn 2. That way you have way more time. I mean, you don't have nearly as much time. You just have one free turn. I think one free turn is plenty. Yeah. Yeah, I think one free turn is fine. Also, maybe for that free turn... Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to give them a little bit more health, but we'll see. I might give them a little bit more health. Whoops. Bumped. The start of turn 2, that wouldn't actually change much. It just means that you couldn't target the actual parts. Yeah, I prefer to be at the end of a turn. Okay, so the individual parts have 600 health each, and Mutt's head has 1200. So I'll probably boost that. I'll probably increase this. But thing is that a lot of the items, like 3 of the items, boost the max health. So this is really the health they have if they have no items. Like each of the belt boosts the health they have. Oh, I just realized. Oh, I actually just realized here. Oh, I just realized there's a problem with what I'm doing. Whoops. I need to think about this. Because I do a full heal. Oh, because I do a full heal because of the life increase. Right. Okay. The full heal I do because of the life increase basically erases any damage you've done in the first turns. That's why things shifted here. Basically, you got a full heal. That's not... Okay, I think what I'll do is that I'll secretly boost the health before he grabs the items. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll secretly actually give him the appropriate full health before he actually grabs the items. Yeah. That way I won't need to actually to re-give it all this extra health. All right, I'm going to go grab some tea, folks, and when I'm back I'm going to make a few tweaks and then I'll try another time. All right. I'll put on a little music here. And then I'll go grab some tea. How about Locanda del Fat, Los Jaivas, Malajube, Manège, Marsupilami, Nectar, Museo Rosenbach. Let's do with Marsupilami. All right. Yeah, Los Jaivas is a Chilean band. That's made a few progressive rock albums. I mostly have progressive rock in the music I have here. All right, let's do commercial and... All right, I'll be right back with some tea, folks. I'm not sure what tea I'll grab. All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty. All right. Let's keep going. That's a chai. Okay. All right. So yes, what I'll do, I'm going to secretly move all of the life increase stuff to here as soon as you start fighting him. Oh, wait, but... Ooh, hang on. I'll need to... I'll need to change some of this here. Thanks for dropping by, Luca, now. Nope. It's not gonna be cursed only. 303. It's 303. Okay, crosswords is wrong here then. Hang on. Okay, crosswords is wrong. Crosswords is 1284. Okay, this was wrong here. 1284. 1284, okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I love all of my fans. It's true. Our video games. Our video games. Video games are my love language. Okay, so I separated the function that changes the sprite and the function that decides which items should be there. That way I can run one without running the other. No new weapons. No. 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 No new weapons. You have enough. You have enough weapons. You have too many weapons. I'll take away weapons. I'll take away the weapons. You'll use a butter knife and you'll be happy with it. There's nothing cool being added. Not a single thing. Seven, 6, 5. This is not a binding contract, Grim Sketch. This is not. I don't know what my favorite tea flavor is. I'm not sure. I'm not really like, I've been drinking tea for a while, but I'm not exactly, you know, I'm not exactly sort of, knowledgeable. Not exactly knowledgeable about tea. You know, most of the time I just drink Earl Grey, and I just bought like a little variety pack of a bunch of teas I've never tried. And I've been getting into chai. I've been getting into chai. Yeah, I'm not super... Mud head here. Okay, let's see how this works now. Oh, yeah, something else I want to do. I want to add more of the missing weapons from the cheat. Yeah, this cheat thing here is missing a lot of stuff. Missing a lot of battle items that would be useful. So, like explosives, actually, is a big one. And super explosive. Let's add those. So we got explosive. We got super explosive. We got the firebomb alongside the Molotov. What else would be good here? I mean, these are the big ones that we're missing. Was there anything else? Was there anything else? Yes, the healing spray. Healing spray. The healing spray is real useful. Tonic is there. For crafting, there's definitely a bunch of missing items here. I mean, I guess the reagent can be used, but it's not really meant to be an item used on its own. Oh, yes, the syringes. Yes, the syringes. Yes, let's add pale fluid to the craftables. Pale fluid, black ooze. Reagent. Enzyme. Catalyst. Okay, now... Yeah, I guess I'll put those with healing, even though it's not really healing items. Those are really some of the best items in the game. Invulnerable syringe and combat surge. There we go. Okay. Then... okay, so there's a few weapons missing. Are there crushing weapons missing here? Let's see. Any crushing weapons that I didn't add there yet? Like from the new... I don't think I added any new crushing weapons, did I? Yeah, I don't think I added new crushing weapons. Oh, there's the wordsmith hammer. Those are there. I think, what is the tooth hammer? No, the tooth hammer isn't actually. Yes, the tooth hammer is missing. I did put in the moss hammer. Angel's bat, you're right. Angel's bat might be the best. That one might actually be the best crushing weapon in the game right now. Or maybe that's the tooth hammer. Okay, pierce weapon. Had I added... Did I add a new piercing weapon? I forget. Well, there's the... Oh, the ethereal dagger. The ethereal dagger. Oh, it's already there. Right, Icicle Spike is a new thing that's not actually available yet. SBD, yeah, that's the spade, yeah. Those are slashing weapons. Anteniform legs, I think was, I think Anteniform legs was... Actually, that was Crush, right? I think Anteniform legs was Crush. Yeah, okay. No, I'm in Pierce right now. Oh, it's Slash? Yeah. Most of the weapons in the game are Slash. Okay. Okay, there's definitely a bunch missing here. Rat tail whip. Rat claws. I don't think I put those there. No, I did. I did. The bone saw isn't in there. Let's add the bone saw. I think that was Slash. The whisper blade is not there yet. Nope. Oh, the great needle. The great needle is missing. That's actually the best spear weapon right now, I think. The great needle that you get by beating... There we go. Great needle's probably the best piercing weapon in the game. Yeah. The spell sword. The Hell Sword isn't even in there, I think. Yeah, I didn't even put the Hell Sword in there somehow. That weapon's been there from the start. The Gardening Shears. The Stained Shears. The Worm O' Tails. These are all slashing. The Whisper Blade. The Azure Greatsword, yes. The Snake Whip. Antenniform Legs. Azure Greatsword might be one of the better. That might be one of the better. The Tooth Scimitar, yeah. The Toothy Whip might be piercing damage. Yeah, that might be piercing, actually. The Junk Sword. The Tooth Knife. The Pizza Cutter, yeah. Yeah, Pizza Cutter's definitely missing. Okay, I think that's all of them. I don't think I'm missing any. Oh no, I am missing the Custom Magnum. The Silver Magnum. Okay. All right. Let's load up. And, ooh, just as the album ended. All right. Okay, let's, let's see. Oh, let's open this up here. And, oh, and before before I try again, I'll go get some better items this time. And I'll just try chucking, like, super explosives. And see if that's enough to just end it. Like, it might be just having, like, 2 or 3 super explosives could just kill the boss right away. Which is, you know, that's fine. I'll need to... I don't know how many... I think you can probably make, like, 5 or even 10 super explosives in the game. Yeah, I think you can make, like, reasonably... I think you can reasonably make something like 5 or 6 super explosives. Okay, let's get some... let's get one of these. Got 4 of these. Probably not gonna use all 4, but... combat. Yeah, let's get some explosives. Some fire bombs. Let's get a great needle. Pizza cutter. Spell sword is probably a little too good. Like, that one's just busted. Still need to... Yep, it's crossword related. Alright, let's save here, and let's try this fight again. Sorry, I got lost. No, attack. Okay, right, I need to make him move down. Right. I need to make him move down at the start. Which I think is going to look pretty good.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
Let's go with this. And let's just move it down by like 160. Oh, I didn't actually equip any of the new stuff yet, but that's fine. Okay, let's try Nitro Boost. And... Skewer. And let's do it all on Mutt's head. And also Song of Strength. And Cleave. And Roach Wave. And this time I'm just going to heal a little bit. Now he should be equipping at the end of this turn. Okay. Oh. He attacked with the chainsaw there before he should have been able to. Oh, right. Yeah, I know what to do about that. Okay, okay. Do point blank double shot on the head. Cleave. Does everyone have roaches? No. Let's expand more roaches. Oh wait, no. Let's have more roaches going on. Oh, that double shotgun was really weak, actually. Gonna lose a lot of people from that. Oh no, that was Glint. Okay. I somehow... Okay. Whew. Oh, is everyone paralyzed? God, okay. Somehow no one died. Somehow no one's actually died yet. That's kind of wild. Did it act? I think what happened there is that Mutt acted like Mutt had 2 turns in a row, I think. Yeah, I think Mutt just had 2 turns in a row. Or at least some of the things acted twice. Well, definitely time to do a healing spray now. And you are gonna do Thunder Roach. Okay. Too bad that this didn't go off earlier. Okay, 1 paralysis. The trophy bunks. Okay. Wait, range is not showing me the reload. That's weird. Oh, maybe I don't have ammo. Okay. I forgot to get ammo. Spray and pray. Oof. Okay, that's a lot. Let's see what the final cleave can do. Not much. Okay. This is very much still pretty tough. I didn't go for the explosives this time. Now let's actually equip some of these new things. Let's equip the Great Needle. And let's equip the... oh, right, I didn't actually bring the... okay, yeah, there's still something I'm missing. You... instead of the Claymore, maybe the Junk Sword. The Junk Sword is really good. The Azure Great Sword. Let's go for the Azure Great Sword. Let's try again. Nitro boost. Let's go for Song of Defense this time. And cleave. And let's do Roach. Actually, let's do... yeah, let's go with some explosives this time. That's big damage, and it's stun too. do Magnum multi-shot. Let's do feedback, cleave, and let's throw a firebomb. I might actually kill one of the parts soon. The trophy glints. Confusion. See, there's 2 glints here. There were 2 glints there. And that killed roaches. But it was not revived by... Oh, there were no leftover roaches anywhere. Okay. You're going to do elixir on yourself and stimulant on roaches, and you're going to use another super explosive. Ooh, okay, that cracked the mask. That's too bad. That's a waste of an elixir there. Roaches is locked out and cannot act. Trophy's gone. The first healing spray of this fight. Papino got killed by an explosive bolt. Ah. Damn. Healed. Ernest dead. Yep, that's not going so well here. Let's try one last super explosive. But died first. Whew. That is not easy. Okay. Okay. This time, let's try... Let's just go crazy on super explosives. And let's try acid flasks on Mutt. Just acid flasks on Mutt's head and nothing else. Just all in on damage just on Mutt's head. No, it's not supposed to. That's a glitch. Okay. Now, healing spray. Super explosive. Super explosive. And firebomb. Just going crazy with items might just be the easiest way to get through this. Alright, doing a lot better this time. Oh, getting confused. Uh-oh. Oof. Everyone is confused except Roaches. Roaches is gonna throw the super explosive. Is that gonna be enough to kill one? It's enough to kill the trophy. Pepino no longer confused. Man, the crossbow is really strong. The crossbow is almost always what kills. The kills almost always come from the crossbow. I think it might just be doing too much damage. It might just be too much. Yeah, look at that. Like every few turns, the crossbow just takes away like 300 HP. That's just too much. Yeah, this is the kind of damage that makes sense for you to do at a boss. But for a boss to do to you, it's a little bit crazy. Ooh, staunch wounds healed 500. That staunch wounds was painful to see. Let's see. Oh. Got one. Now got paralyzed. Oof. Yeah, I'm dead. So yeah, this is right now really, really difficult to do with all items if you don't have a broken... If you don't have, like, a broken strategy. Like, you know, like ultimate, you know. Like really, really powerful Joel. You know. Like all these really broken strategies would probably be enough to beat it. So I'm actually kind of satisfied with this. Um, yeah, I'm actually kind of satisfied with it. Because this is like this is at Mutt as its most powerful, right? And it feels like, if I just use like 2 whole turns of super explosives, it would be dead. Or if I focused attacks just on Mutt's head, I think I'm probably going to boost Mutt's main head. I think Mutt's head doesn't have enough HP here. Like right now, I think if you just focus attacks on Mutt's head a little bit, it's going to be enough to completely... Yeah, I think I'm going to boost Mutt's head to be 2,000 HP. So now I feel like... Yeah. Yeah, you can also just spend some time. Spend some money. Yeah, I'm just trying to measure exactly like its most dangerous. Yeah, this is its absolute most dangerous. Right, so I need to I need to do something here about... I need to do something about those extra attacks here. Also the crossbow. The crossbow is a little too crazy. And yeah, crossbow, stun baton. Yeah, these attacks here. The saw, stun baton, crossbow bolt, venom stab, and cattle prod pierce. These are all... Yeah, I need to modify how these work a little bit. Yeah, I need to delay the part that reads whether or not he's got the saw, the stun baton, the crossbow, the dagger, and the spear. I need to move those to here. Yeah, this is why I was getting... This is why he was attacking with these a little bit early. And I definitely need to weaken his special crossbow attacks. The special crossbow attacks are way too strong. Yeah, they're definitely the kinds of attacks that make sense for you to use, but not for the enemy to use. So I'll probably make some weaker versions of them just for the boss. Yeah, I'll make some weaker versions of them just for the boss to use. Some baby versions. Okay. Okay, this should remove Mutt attacking too early with these. Now, let's check... Yeah, the special bolts. Yeah, I need to make some weaker versions of these. Flame bolt, acid bolt, explosive bolt. These are just too strong. 244. Wait a minute. Explosive bolt should just be 80 plus attack? What? That should just be 80 plus attack. It did like 400 damage. Where'd that 400 damage come from? What? Where did the 400 damage come from? That should not be that strong. I mean, it's not weak, it's strong, but that does not make any sense. Huh. I have no idea how it did 400 damage that one time. Its M attack is 40. So that 40 would turn into 80. So it would be 108. It would be 160. The max damage that the explosive bolt should do would be 160. If you have the belt, the champion's belt, which increases the attack of everybody. Yeah, I don't know how this. Right, it did 400 damage, right? Maybe the character had acid, the acid status, or something else that increases damage taken. Yeah, I don't know where that damage came from. The attack can't do crits, so it wasn't a critical hit. I don't think anyone is weak to explosive damage. That's not really a thing. I don't think so. Well, maybe. Was it roaches that took the 400? No, roaches is not weak to anything in particular. No, that wouldn't be it. Yeah, it definitely did like almost 400. It did like 380 damage. And I don't think any of the states that I give, any of the states that boost here, there is one thing that increases. One thing that increases the champion's belt. The champion's belt increases attack by 25%. And that's it. That's the only attack boost. 25%. Well, there was the acid. The acid damage wasn't as bad as that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that damage comes from. That attack should not be doing nearly as much. Yeah, that there shouldn't be a crit there. There's no critical hits with explosive bolt. Oh, hang on. Wait. Maybe it was using the alternate logic for crits. That might be it. Hang on. Yeah, did it say painful blow? Yes, okay, right. I forgot. I forgot that I made ranged attacks use a separate system for crits. So that means, yeah, that means crits are always possible. Okay. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Normally the success rate is, yeah, success rate divided by 20 plus the luck plus stuff from equipment that doesn't matter here. So that means the base chance for crits with the bolts. So it's 20 here. So that would be like 25% chance to do crits. Yeah, I'm gonna make an alternate version of these and to basically remove the ability to crit. So I'm gonna get these here. Flame bolt, acid bolt, explosive bolt. I'm not gonna do it for the regular crossbow bolt, so the regular crossbow bolt can still crit. But these I'm gonna make special versions of this that cannot crit. So flame bolt, mutt, and I'll just do this by removing the range tag, which should remove that whole mechanic. Also, I don't need these other things either. Doesn't need to use up anything. There we go. And I'll reduce the base damage of them too. It's going to be 20 plus this. And this one's going to be 40 plus this. So there you go. So that, the special crossbow bolts should not be quite as scary anymore. So flame bolt, mutt, acid bolt, mutt, explosive bolt, mutt. Also, maybe I should make sure that that mutt cannot use this if stunned. Yeah, I'll make sure that mutt can't use that crossbow if stunned. I just need to remember how I check if the character's stunned like that. It was a special check for that. I think I applied this to the Rat King. Yes, can attack. That's it. I can check can attack, which is like a special thing that checks for a bunch of different status effects. And I can use it for whenever I do want stun and everything to prevent like special attacks like this. So I am going to apply this to the special bolt. So that means if you stun the crossbow mutt, that will also prevent the crossbow bolts. Okay. Other things. Trophy bunk, glint, and shine all use the same obnoxious animation. First, let's make some special animations for these. let's see. Okay. Black hole. Okay, there's pain. Alright, I forgot that one. Okay, we have shine. Oh, we have shine and glint. Okay. So these are all pattern 37, I think. All pattern 37. So I'm going to do a batch for all the frames and all the cells to use pattern 1 instead. There we go. Same for this one. Except that would be... up until 45, I'm going to do a batch. To 45 and all the cells. This will all use 1. There we go. And then from this point on, it is only... It doesn't tell me which cell it is. Come on. Alright, I'll need to do it by hand then. That's annoying. There we go. This is just the bright version of black hole. And maybe I'll change the sound as well. Do I have a brighter... Yeah, a little twinkle. Let's go on free sound. Let's go on free sound for something. There's a twinkle. Nope. Sure. That one works. That's two. This one might be a little bit obnoxious, though. I might have to mess with it a little bit. No, I don't really make the music. Yeah, that's a little strong of a start. Let's make it like fade in. And let's slow it down a bit to pitch it down. That's still a little too strong. That's not as bad. Maybe if I mess with the left and right a bit with like... A phaser. Oh wait, it's not even a stereo. It's not even a stereo sound here. Can I make these into a stereo? Can I make these into a... Can I take two mono tracks and mix them into a stereo track? There we go. Stereo track. All right. And now let's do a phaser. Hmm. Yeah, it's all very tinnitus. It's a little too much. Maybe I'm not going to use this one. It's just too... It's just too strong a bit. I think I'll just use the other one and use different parts of it. Oh. Oh, the other one is too advanced? Okay. I don't know how to get that. I guess it's a file that, I guess it's a type of file that Dark Audacity can't support on its own. Where do I get those? No, this is like an encoder that's not in the built-in. Yeah, I need to have a special library for that. Not sure where I can go get that. I'll just find something else, I guess. That's annoying. I just can't use this. Well, I'll just look for something else then. Well, that's annoying. That's alright. That's cute. That's cute too. Glockenspiel. Yeah. Glockenspiel. Okay. This one. It cuts a little early. I'm gonna add an echo, I think.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
Oh, let's do a little stretch. And then I'll keep going with these sounds. Might be the last stretch for tonight. A little stretch. Yep. Okay. Let's do a little echo. This one's good. Yeah. Boop, 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 boo. There's shine. Twinkle chime. And that's for glint. There we go. So now glint is going to use this. And shine is going to use this. And bonk is just going to be a bonk. And I do need to add the special. There you go. Okay, okay. That works. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, I think. Oh. Made a mistake. Oh. There we go. Okay, let's try this. So now a bunch of these issues should be fixed. Great needle. Junk sword. SMG. Asia great sword. Let's try it. Magnum multi-shot. Or actually Firebomb and Magnum multi-shot. Song of Willpower to boost my ailment resist. Cleave. And super explosive. There you go. Should resist ailments more. Ooh. That's a crit. 2 crits. Explosive. Stun. Nice. A lot of good damage. Missed one. Do nitro boost and rapid thrusts. Feedback. Cleave. Super explosive. Oof, big damage there. Oh. Okay, cracked on Sam. Oof. Big damage there. Okay. Feedback. Oh. Right. Everyone ended up confused. Still no enemies dead. Ernest dead. Okay, no longer confused at least. But Roaches is locked out now. I've lost control completely. Man, that confusion from the confusion is what really messed things up. I suddenly lost like a full turn because everyone was confused. Whew. That is still really tough. I made it quite a bit easier there. But that was still... Also, did I feel like he didn't actually use the crossbow attack once, didn't it? And did anyone notice it using a crossbow attack? I feel like it didn't. I feel like I did not notice a single crossbow attack there. This fight, as I'm fighting it now, is meant to be the hardest fight in the game. But you're not supposed to be... You know, you're supposed to be able to weaken this fight considerably by buying some items from him. The more items he has left, the stronger he is. And I want him to be the strongest, the hardest fight in the game if he has all of his items. And if you take a lot of the items, he's a lot less powerful. Yep, that's the idea. That's the idea. He gets to use every item against you. Yeah, you don't have to attack him. But if you kill him, you get all of the items you didn't buy from him for free. This is why the more items he has, the stronger he should be, right? Because that means the better the reward you get for defeating him, the more you get for it, you know? But you can also just be very selective and buy the few specific items that you think make him the most dangerous. Okay, so right now, I really struggle to beat him without having like a super broken team. Right now, I feel like if I went really, really all in on explosives, on super explosives and firebombs, I would probably beat him. I just always like, stop short from just doing that. Let's see that. Let's just see if that's enough. I'm pretty sure. Like just 2 turns of like all firebombs and all super explosives are probably enough to kill him. I'm pretty sure. That's at least he's probably only gonna have his body left at the end of that. So let's just see what that looks like. So let's make this really simple here. Firebomb, super explosive. Oh, I guarded with roaches for some reason. But yeah, that. Also, just the fact that I'm going to be stunning a lot of them if I get lucky. Wow, that is a really lucky one there. Holy shit. On that first one, getting all those stuns, he has 50% stun resist. So that is extremely lucky to just get a bunch of stuns like that. The helmet gives him extra defense. Okay. Another firebomb. Another super explosive. A regular explosive. And a grenade. Let's just do items and nothing else. Let's just see what that does. The stuns on their own make the explosives so useful for this. Yeah, the stuns from the explosive is already kind of makes it worth it on its own. Although one thing is that once something recovers from being stunned, they become extra resistant to stun for a few turns. So it's difficult to repeatedly stun someone. It's not impossible though. It's just when someone is stunned for like 2 turns, I think, they are extra resistant to stun. Okay, big damage from that. Okay. Oh, look at that. Right, so at this turn, from having the crosswords, basically gets a really strong confusion attack on everybody. And that's pretty rough. Let's use that turn for healing spray. Ah, killed Sam in 1 hit there. Okay, Pepino's not confused anymore. Pepino's not locked out. Super explosives, and roaches is going to use A stimulant on Sam. Oh, I'm noticing Crossbow is actually doing regular attacks here. Trophies down. Okay. Yeah, I think the crossbow for some reason is not... I think I messed something up. Yeah, the crossbow is not actually using the crossbow attacks. Firebomb. Healing spray. Regular explosive. Cleave. Grenade. Man, attacking early is a big deal in this fight. Is it? Am I gonna kill one of the parts? Yes! God damn it. Sam is acting so late because he's got the, Yes! There you go. Nice. But I still got confused there. But no longer confused now. Oof. Oof. Okay. Let's just revive Sam. Oh, I might die. No, Sam's back. Staunch wounds healed 600 to the main body. Oof. Yep. It does not act very often. That it acts every 4 turns, I think. But that is a big heal. That is a big heal. The problem is I'm not sure if I can trust... Yeah, Sam won't be acting fast enough, so I can't use Sam to heal here. Pepino's just gonna die if that happens. Let's... use... another explosive for Sam. And also Magnum Multi-Shot. And Papino, you're gonna try to use an elixir on yourself. Okay. Ah, he had to attack Sam with it. Man, the confusion attack is such a big deal. Come on. Just want the other part to die. Nice. There you go. Just one part left. Now it's a one-on-one between Pepino and Mutt, who's bleeding. And he's no longer going to be getting I'm bleeding 2, though. And I'm against the Bleed Master. And I don't have more revivals. Ah, that's not the right one to use. No, I'm dead. No, still alive. Still alive. And I have 1 more elixir. Yes, if you buy items, it removes the ability to... it removes his ability to use it. So you're not supposed to fight this version of him. This is just the absolute worst case scenario that I'm showing. Okay, he's still bleeding. He's not on fire though. So he could be worse, you know. Let's do a Molotov on him. Let's get him burning. No, it didn't burn. Oh, he's not bleeding as much as before. So let's do deep cut on him. Most of the damage he's taking now is from the bleeding. Looks like Pepino is reliably acting first. So I should be able to stay alive for a bit longer. Although I don't know if the tonic is gonna keep up with the damage. Yeah, I don't know if the tonic is gonna keep up with that damage. I think my only chance to win now is for an explosive to stun him. It did not stun him. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go do a tonic. I don't know if that's going to be enough to... yeah, I don't know if I'm going to heal more than the damage he does. Pepino does have very high max HP. 97. Okay. Let's do another explosive and hope for a stun. Didn't stun. Am I dead? Ah, still not dead. Oh, but I got confused. No. And he killed himself. I wonder how close I was there. Okay, hang on. I'm curious. I want to see how close I was. I'm going to check how much HP he had left. Maybe I was not even close. Maybe I was not even close. That would be... Game Troop, I think. Oh, he still had 870 HP left. Yeah, okay. He wasn't actually that close to death. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's see now. Let's try this again. Let's pick like 4 items to take away. Let's pick 4 items. He does resist corruption damage a bit. Yes. Okay, let's take 4 items. 4 items is not that expensive. Okay, which items should I remove? Oh, actually, no, before this, I need to fix... because he was not... So he was actually considerably easier than he should have been there. Because he was not using the crossbow. For some reason, he was not using the crossbow. This here might be wrong. 287, 287. Yeah, he was not using his crossbow actions. $287. No, that's correct. 306 and 15. Okay, let's look. 15 and 306. Yeah, that should be correct. That's weird. That should definitely... That is weird. Yeah, he was definitely not using the crossbow in this fight. Did I mess something up? Oh, maybe this one. Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah, okay, that was wrong. Okay, yes, I got it. This is... Yeah, I was checking the wrong... I should be checking 2 here. I was checking the wrong body here. I was checking if some other character was stunned, basically. Yeah. That was probably the issue. I mean, I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right, so I'm not... So, let's take items away from him. Let's choose like 4 items to take from him. All right? And let's see which items would be the most... So, I think the most significant items to take from him would be the training belt. Is that increases the HP of all of it by 50%. The video game, yeah, the confusion is nasty. The confusion is really nasty. The armor, maybe. Yeah, the armor does boost his defense by quite a bit. I'm gonna say the chainsaw. The chainsaw is pretty nasty, too. And also the belt. The champion's belt boosts attack of everything. It boosts the attack of everything, the champion belt. Yeah, I kind of like that you can make a pretty good... The only one I think that is basically free right now is this one. The lazy belt is just giving him some life regen because giving him extra stamina doesn't really do anything. I mean, I could try to limit his stamina and make that it's a thing that, like, after a while he has to resort to just doing regular attacks because he runs out of stamina. Like, I could do that. But I don't know. Yeah, so I removed 3 items there. I could try with just those 3 removed. I could try with those 3 items removed. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, with those 3 items removed. Let's see. Oh. With those 3 items removed, let's see what kind of difference it makes. So now you should have way, way less life. And you should do less damage. Yeah. So let's do Nitro Boost. Let's do Firebomb. Let's do... Song of Defense is actually a really good one to use if you don't remove the crosswords. Song of Willpower. Let's do Song of Strength. And let's do Cleave. And let's do Roach Wave. Actually, let's do Super Explosive. So there you go. So he's using regular attacks for now. Okay. Hot coffee. Super Explosive. Rapid Thrusts. Feedback. Cleave. Regular Explosive. Trophy Glints. Okay. Magnum Multi-Shot. Feedback. Cleave. And it's time for Roaches to use a first healing spray. Mutt Torso is still doing regular attacks. That's frustrating. Okay, let me just... I'll test to see if that variable it's checking is actually... See. Them dying this fast. Yep. Yep. Like I said, it makes a big difference. Just removing a few things, it actually makes such a big difference. Yeah, they get 50% more HP. Maybe I should boost their normal HP and make it that the belt only increases by like 25% instead. Because maybe the... Yeah. Maybe like the base HP is just too low. And the boost is just by too much. So maybe I should kind of neutralize it a little bit. Because it's a huge difference. They die so much faster. Yeah. Although I've been using like a lot of items and stuff, but yes, it's a big, big difference. So yeah, I could boost their HP by just a little bit. The regen, the belt, the green belt really doesn't give that much. It's not a big change. But yeah, it makes it's a pretty striking difference here. It's a pretty striking difference. Yeah, at this point, he just has the chainsaw and nothing else, really, so... The bent needle broke. Magnum shot. SMG burst. Deep cut. Roach cannon. Right, the SMGs. And there you go. So yeah, makes a big difference. Maybe even too big a difference. Yeah, let's... So normally... Yeah, it adds 50% extra life to everything, right? So that means normally their HP is 600, it becomes 900. It becomes 900. So it's not... It's just enough that, you know, that you can't kill them super fast, you know? Yeah, it's just enough that you can't kill them so fast that you barely have the time to sort of appreciate the boss. You kind of, just enough that you need to deal with them. Basically enough for like a full round, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it to be max life plus 25. So now the increase isn't quite by quite as much. So now, right now, it would be taking it to 750. If I boost this by 100. Now that would boost it to... Yeah, I boosted by 100 here. So now it just has 100 more. Which basically means they would, they would survive one extra hit. Right? And plus 25% takes it to almost the same amount of HP it had before. Maybe even like 750. Yeah, I'm gonna give him 720 HP. Yeah, that gives them exactly the same amount of HP that they would have had before, but brings up a little bit the HP they have on without that. So yeah, with the belt they're the same as before, but without the belt they don't, they don't lose quite as much HP from that. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
Oh no. Okay, max MP. Maximum stamina. Okay, okay. That is fun, Daimera. That is fun. Okay, I'm now considering actually bringing the stamina thing. Actually making it that it boosts stamina. And making it that if you remove the lazy belt, there's an actual possible strategy of draining their stamina to remove some of their worst attacks. Like that would probably include the crossword attack. Like each of them have an attack that could be disabled if they're out of stamina, and then they would just resume to. They would basically stop having their special actions. I think that would be good. I think this could be pretty good. And basically, if they have the belt, it's really difficult to do that. Yeah, I still don't know. Yeah, I didn't. I forgot, actually. I forgot about the crossbow. I'll do it now. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the crossbow. It's really weird. It was using it just fine before, but... let's see. Okay, attack. Yeah, still regular attack. This one has Venom Stab. This one has Cattle Prod. Oh, Mutt Torso here also is missing, but this one is actually missing the sprite. This one is actually missing the item. Okay. Yeah, the stun this one is actually at least missing visibly. So I can kind of tell a little bit more that something's wrong. Hang on. The baton. Stun baton is 1285. GVR. No, GSW. 1285. That is false. So yes, he indeed doesn't have the baton. So something is wrong with how I'm checking the baton there. And now what about the crossbow? The crossbow is 1287. This one is true. So this one should be used. Huh. But yes, the baton does have a problem here. Yeah, that one's missing here. There we go. So that should fix that. But that does not explain why the crossbow doesn't work. Hmm. Okay, let's... That's the thing, is that it's not even using... It's not even using the regular crossbow here. Like this 1287 one here. It's not even using that. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That is really weird. $12.87, and I verified the $12.87 is true. Huh. Okay. I'll remove... Okay, I'll try again. Now that I made that little tweak, I don't think that's going to change anything, but I'll just try again fast here. And then I'll try removing that condition I added. That stun condition. Maybe there's something wrong about it. Wait, what? What the hell was that? That was weird. I don't know what happened there. That was a weird bug. The battle started, but then I just left like I did escape. Anyway. Okay, regular attacks. Regular, yeah. Still doing that. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay, man, I don't know why I would be doing this. Like, this doesn't make sense. I don't know why it's doing this. It's not like it's panicking, and because of that, it's skipping the other attacks. I think I need to check the code, like the part of the code that checks conditions, because I have no idea what's wrong there. Yeah, I'll need to check for meet skill conditions here. Man. Yeah, I'm stumped by this. It's just not using this anymore. What was the thing I did? Like, what was the thing I did that made it stop using this? It's when I split the conditions. It's when I split these two. When I moved it so that it's no longer checking at the start. For a while, I was always using it early. And then I moved it to check after, but then it just stopped caring about the value of that variable entirely. It's like it only checks at the start of the fight for the value of that switch, and after that, it just forgets that it can change. That's so weird. Yeah. Yeah, when it worked is because I was checking here. I was checking at the start on the setup function. That's checked on the first turn. But now that this happens on the second turn, with God Mutt Sprite here, now this is like ignored for some reason, but only for that one weapon, not for the others. That is super weird. What am I doing wrong? What's wrong about this? It's not even wrong. This isn't even wrong because I checked and it is set to true. Like the variable it's looking for is the correct value. But somehow it's just ignoring it. I just don't know what's happening. Something is just not working right. That is a headache. Wait, hang on. Oh, okay, just found it. Wait. Okay, I just found it. Oh, okay. I just found what the problem is. And the problem was actually there for a long time. That's okay. All right. So basically, I made two mistakes at once, but the two mistakes were compensating for one another. And then I later made the two other mistakes again, but now I was only compensating for one. And now I was just about to fix one of the two mistakes. And now, anyway. It was checking for the wrong variable here. It was checking for the wrong variable here. But the wrong variable also happened to be the one that was accidentally not being turned on here. So there were like layers of things wrong about it. This was wrong in layers. But you know what? There's one thing that this doesn't explain, though. It doesn't explain why... this would explain why it was not using the special bolts. But it would not explain why it was not using the regular bolts, this one. It's supposed to be using this, instead of using the regular attack if it has the crossbow. But it was not doing that. It was always just doing the regular attack. Unless this was... Ah, there it is. That was the problem here. I see. Okay. So I need to remove this part here. Yeah, that was redundant. And that was causing that other problem too. All right. Figured it out. Layers upon layers of problems here. Okay. Layered issues. This should fix everything, I think. Yeah, this should fix everything. Nope. Crashes now. Has baton is declared twice. Yes, okay. This here. Okay. One more try. We might be there. We might be there, folks. So let's see now if... No, it should have all items. Oh. Okay, there's an issue here. It does that animation even if you're leaving. It does that animation no matter what when you leave here. Yeah, it does abort battle. But right, abort battle keeps reading the rest of the line. That's the issue. So here I need to put in... I need to put like a go-to here. Because yeah, board battle doesn't actually stop the stuff that's afterwards, which is a little annoying. That means I need to... I need to put all of this here. Okay, that should fix this, I think. All right, again, now let's try to just leave and see that it doesn't do the animation. And then let's try to see again if the crossbow is working. So first, let's leave and see that it doesn't do the animation. Okay, good, good. And now, let's fight and check to see if the crossbow's... Come on. God damn it. I gotta stop doing that. Attack. Just regular attacks. Now it should have all items here. This was before I buy anything. We got the hot coffee. There's the crossbow bolt. It doesn't do as much damage as before. Venom stab actually does more. Let's wait and see what the Oh, there's the big confusion. That is a lot more rough. God damn. Okay, healing spray. Let's see if we can survive a little longer here. One dead. Okay, we got a stun. We got 2 stuns. Another unconscious. Regular crossbow bolt there, 50 damage. Locked out. Woof. Yeah. It's much nastier. Yep. All right. All the issues are fixed. And yeah, that's pretty nasty. That is pretty nasty. Sam the Mask. That's right. It's Sam the Mask. Okay. That works. I think that's ready for some balance testing now. We'll see what the pro gamers have to say about it. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what they can do with it. With like really busted, you know, setups and all that. I think you can definitely defeat this guy with any sort of really busted setup. You just need to be able to do a lot of damage quickly and target it on, you know, and like choose your target carefully. And as soon as you can buy a few items, it makes a huge difference too. As soon as you can buy a few items, that makes a big difference. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Solo Sam is gonna really struggle against God Mutt. That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. Also, I'm wondering if the achievement should be for the day 14 fight. Because right now, the way I set it up, it's at least day 12 you need to fight him on to get the achievement. Maybe I should make it day 14. Maybe the trophy should be in play for it. Maybe you need to have the ultimate. Maybe it needs to be on the final day. The only problem about this is on the final day, you know. I mean, that would be the biggest challenge of the game for sure. Yeah, I think it should be final day only. No, not curse mode only. Not curse mode only. That would be too much. Yeah, I think the trophy should be in play for it. Now you can still just buy the trophy, you know, you can just pay money to remove some of the danger. You know, if you make enough money, you can absolutely fight him on day 14 with half of the inventory missing. It'll just cost you a lot of money to do it. But that's fine. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm satisfied with that. Pretty happy with that. That's going to be it for tonight's stream, folks. Before I go, let me quickly link my Patreon. Please have a look. Here we go. And let's look for someone to raid. Let's look for someone to raid.
Start attacking.
All right, let's raid Omega Scruff.
Get roasted. It should be super effective because I'm roasting it.
Let's raid Omega Scruff.
Batinas is snaking.
All right.
I'm pretty hurt actually.
All right, folks. Thank you all for watching, and take care.
Okay, let's calm down.